so early. Oh my goodness. I heard that we were talking about early church this morning, and so I thought I'd bring my puppy and my blanket and my pillow and early church. Oh, you mean it's after 10? Oh, it's not early at all. I don't understand. Who came up with this lesson anyway? My goodness. Early church? Oh, you mean early like a long time ago? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I was prepared for nothing. Okay, well, whatever it is, I'm glad you're here today. And you know what? You are all part of the church, and I would love to hear from you. So could you do me a favor and ask your mom or dad to comment on Facebook or YouTube and tell me that you're watching? Awesome. Thank you so much. Hey, you know what? We have been talking all about the church, the early church too. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But we've been talking about the gifts that you have. We've been talking about how you get to share, how there's teamwork, and all about helping others, right? And you guys have answered some of those questions. You have so many amazing gifts. You know what? I heard that you have gifts like loving others. You have gifts like caring and helping and giving and sharing and kindness and joy and even building and digging and wisdom. So many amazing gifts and so many more. You know what? I'm going to say hi to some of those gifted kids right now. In fact, I see that Paul and Abigail and Elise are all here. How's it going, guys? I'm so glad you're watching this morning. And I also see that Ike and Lucy are watching. Good to see you guys. I sure miss you a lot. I'm glad that you're watching today. And Aspen and Cornelia, how's it going, girls? Good to have you with us today. As well as Kira, Malcolm, and Connor. Good to see you guys. And I see Wyatt and Ashlyn and Adelie and Elias are all here with us today as well. And their cousins Millie and Heidi. Thank you for coming today. I'm so glad you decided to join us. And Jaden and Haley and William, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad you're here. All right, well, I thought it would be kind of fun to see what it looks like to talk about some of that teamwork and those gifts and stuff, and we're going to use a special thing. So I have some things today. I have a bowl and a spoon, and I also have some helpful pretzels. Okay, so our gifts that we've been talking about are all really cool by themselves, right? So helping others, that is a really cool gift that God can give us. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of helping others in the bowl. Okay, so we got helping. All right, and then I also know that kindness is pretty great. And I'm gonna need scissors. Scissors are also really helpful. All right, so we're gonna add some kindness. Ooh, those kind chocolate chips. It's very kind when I eat them. All right, and then, you know what? Some of you have the gift of giving. You know what? Giving is super amazing too. Let's see, will it open with my hands? Oh yes. Add some giving to that bowl. Lots of giving goldfish. Fabulous. Okay. And then, can y'all see that? Okay, good. Joy! Oh my word. You know what? Marshmallows just make me want to leap for joy. And look, even that package is so happy and bright and cheerful and joyful. You can have joy no matter what, because God gives it to us. It's one of the fruits of the Spirit. All right, we're gonna add some joy to that bowl as well. You guys all have things. Now, each of those gifts by itself is pretty tasty and delicious, right? But when you mix them all together, check it out. It makes something even more tasty and delicious. It's a trail mix. Check it out, you guys. A yummy snack. So much fun. And marshmallows. I'm spilling joy everywhere, you guys. So the cool thing is, when you have a gift to share, if you work together with somebody else who might have a different gift and you're on a team together, that's like the church. Let me show you an example of what that looked like in the early church. That was the church way long ago, not the church that woke up early. All right, let's check it out.
And now for an amazing true story from the book of Acts, chapter 2, verses 42 to 47.
When Jesus went to heaven, he didn't leave behind churches. Well, at least not church buildings. Instead, he left his friends, the people who followed him and listened to his teachings. They met every day in the temple courtyards to remind each other about the things that he taught them, and they met in each other's homes too. Peter and John and the other disciples were among the group.
Remember what he told us at dinner the night before he died? He said, "If you love one another, everyone will know you are my disciples."
Huh, well that sounds easy.
Hey, you just stepped on my foot. Don't be such a klutz.
Yeah, well at least my breath doesn't smell like fish.
You were happy enough to eat those fish I caught at dinner last night.
Friends. People can't see Jesus on earth anymore, so the only way they're gonna know what he's like is by how we act.
Oh,
By how we treat each other.
Oops.
showing the world what Jesus is like was a big job, but the people who believed in Jesus took it seriously. They listened to Peter and John and Jesus' other close friends, and they began to treat each other differently. When something bad happened to one person, the other people jumped in to help.
Phew. Pretty hot out here harvesting barley.
Here, you can have my water skin and... Ow!
Uh-oh, looks like you twisted your ankle. Let me help you up,
I'll go get my donkey to carry you home.
and I'll finish harvesting your section of the barley. Then you won't get behind in your work.
Some believers were wealthy while others were poor. Now, usually rich people wouldn't spend time with people who had less than they did, but believers all ate their meals together, regardless of their circumstances.
Let's see. I brought steak fajitas, plus some really fresh sushi, straight from the Sea of Galilee 4 hours ago. Oh, and an entire variety pack of lemon and honey pastries.
I just brought, lentils. It's all I had in the pantry.
Sounds delish.
Yeah, it's not much. I'll just eat over here in the corner.
You will certainly not. You'll eat right here with the rest of us. Have some steak.
Really?
I've got to try these lentils. What did you put in here? Amazing.
It's my granny's recipe. I'll write it down for you.
Perfect. You want to lead us in thanking God for the meal?
Me? Oh, well, sure.
Those who believed in Jesus also chose to show that people were more important than the stuff they owned.
My husband died, and now the arthritis is so bad in my fingers I can't do laundry to earn money.
You've taken care of other people all your life. Let us take care of you now.
I just need a little corner.
Oh, we'll do better than that. I've got some lakefront property on the Sea of Galilee. I'm going to sell it and use some of the money to help you.
Oh, but you must have plans for it.
I don't need a lake house. I'd much rather make sure you've got what you do need.
Even believers who had very little gave freely to help other churches. Soon, people who had never even met Jesus started paying attention.
Now, why on earth are all those people so nice to each other? Even that old fisherman who smells like garlic.
Well, they look same as us on the outside, but seems something's different on the inside.
You heard of this Jesus fella they talk about?
Yeah, maybe we should drop by and see what they've got to say.
I hear they got some mighty fine lemon and honey pastries, too.
People did begin to visit when believers gathered. They learned about Jesus, and soon many of them became followers of him too. The early church grew so quickly because Jesus' friends worked together to point others to him.
Do you know what one of the greatest gifts that God gives to us is? It's his love. His love is the greatest gift that he gives to us. You know what? He loves us so much. So much. In fact, he loves and he loves and he loves and he loves forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. You know what? We have so much love from God that we get to share it with other people. We have way too much to keep to ourselves, just like now I have way too much trail mix here. Well, I I need some friends to share it with. Unfortunately, I can't share it with you today, but I'm sure I can find someone who will share this massive trail mix with me. Just like you guys all have gifts from God to help show his love to other people and to show love to people in your family maybe. So my question for you today is this: who can you share God's love with? So maybe it's your brother or sister, or your mom and dad, or your really good friends. You know what? Those are some really easy, awesome people that we can share God's love with. And you know what? We can share God's love with other people in the church. God says that people will know that we are his followers when we love others. And so that's really cool. When we love people that are close to us, that shows God's love. But we can also share God's love with people who maybe are not so nice, or maybe people who have hurt us, or maybe people that are lonely. We can share God's love with everybody. So I want you to think of at least one person that you can share God's love with this week. And think of a way that you can use the gift that God has given you. Or maybe you can work together with somebody in your family to make a trail mix of God's love to share with your friends and family. Right. Well, I hope you will join me for church right after this. We are going to worship God together, and we get to hear a message from Pastor Phil. It's going to be good. For now, I'm going to say goodbye to Jaden and Haley, and I'll say bye to Elijah and Elizabeth. I'm glad you guys came today. And it was also so good to have Samantha and Sophia and Stephanie and Sharon all with us today. And of course, the Carrier Girls. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you right here next week. Remember, God loves you, and he has a big plan for your life.